Testing. Alrighty. We are live. Welcome to episode 26 of a Sims 4 Cosmetology School story. A mashup using both Sims 4 and American Truck Simulator. Today we are once again back in Sims 4, or we will be when I load the game. Let me see if Streamlabs is caught up yet. Oh, I forgot to open the and then there's the webcam, because we're doing that these days. My my schnoz and all of that, whether people want to look at it or not. Turn off the light. Apparently that doesn't do much difference whether I have that on or not, because the computers are lighting me up enough as it is, especially that one over there, because it's got a white background on YouTube. Alright, let's get the game loaded. They had the the kit dropped today for the music den, and I bought that. They said if you buy the kit, you also get like 200 moolah, so we'll be checking out the marketplace to see if there's anything I want to get. And we'll be checking out the den, the music den. If it's any good, I might be back in Beauty Magazine playing around with my either the Pink Sparkle Band or the Bells or the Vaughns. You know, something. I got my bowl of cheese curds here, because it's mine, and I have it. I'd share if I could, but by the time they get to you, they're probably not going to be very cheesy and curdy. It's going to be something else. That'd probably be green. Yeah, probably green. They would definitely have a type of diarrhea lettuce on them. Alright, so okay, the music den kit. Soundproofing panels, I like that. Okay, so what exactly did they give me? Serena did a little brief video on this, but I gave it a like, but I didn't watch it because, you know, spoilers and all that. I wanted to look at it. You know, I wanted to look at it myself here. So, because I knew I was going to do this. Um, okay, there it says I have the moolah, the Omega moolah. All right, so new guitar, new keyboard, uh, whatever the hell you call that thing, a stand. Um, looks like headphones and a Walkman, an old school. What do we call it? A metronome. Um, sound panels, a recorder. Um, that looks like violins. Um, that looks like maybe an amp to go with the guitar. Something like that. Um, that might be a record. You know, I'll say this right now. They just mentioned the frickin' records. You'd think they'd give like some more like unless this is something you can stack somehow, um, or if there's like a lot of swatches for that. Um, like give us some records to like look at. Like if you wanted to have like a record store or something. Oh, like these? Yeah. See, this had a this thing. Not used to having this. Okay. But even so, still it'd be nice if you could like flip through the like a record store. Anyway, um, so we got that. Okay, I got all the free stuff. Right, how do I want to get to just the maker packs. Well, that's more than I have. I don't have 500. Are you showing me things that are... What I want to see is just, I want to put these in order of, I mean, just show me all the damn items and let me do what I want to do. We should just have a... There we go. Alright. Unfortunately, I can't filter it more than that. I want to be able to... Wait, there. There we go. Price low to high. Okay, well that's cute. That's not the things that I thought it was. The hell? Hello? Put them in order. Oh, God. Just frickin' do this shit. Oh, okay. That's why I was doing it wrong. Anyway. So let's see. Maybe I'll make a record store. Or something like that. Alright, it's funny that I'm looking at that because I just bought a car stereo from eBay to replace the one I got in my car because the volume knob don't want to do anything anymore. And we can't have that because I need to be able to listen to Belinda. So, in the 1995-ish and after, I was working up here off on this side street at the gear place. And after work on Fridays, usually, because that's payday, I might come over here and this was a used record store, but they had used video games. It was kind of like GameStop, only different. You could trade in a game and get store credit, but I was there to buy the games, and I had Sega Genesis, but I ended up buying the Sega CD system. Either I bought the system or I bought the system somewhere else, but was buying the used games like really cheap. So then I had a Sega CD, which was my first ever. Oddly enough, I'm talking about I need to replace the CD player in my car. Well, the Sega CD was my first ever CD player, and I had to hook it to the TV to play the CDs for music. But yeah. So I used to go in here. Wow. They really fancied up the place. I worked over on over here on Florida Street. Oddly enough, is this? No, it's Utica Road. That's right. That would have been down by 11 Mile, I think. Yeah, that's where that salon was. That so that's that, and then this is this thing. Well, I don't know. Do I want to do that or not? There was another one, another record place back down here across from that salon. I think this was it here. Yeah, that was record time. And that salon's over there. Anyway, what do I want to do? I don't know. Oh, that's right. That's the dress shop over there. What are you doing? I don't know. Why would I know? I might have broke my mouse when I dropped it earlier at the salon thing. Ow. All right. Let's reload that. Okay. All right. We're gonna need some lighting. Got the cabinet, but If anybody doesn't know, this was I was making this for, it was part of when I was doing my orphanage story, or trying to, um, several years back. Um, this was a piece of my town hall corner for what was then called Granville. That's when I first named something Granville. Um, and I think that I patterned it after a either a haberdasher or dressmaker or something like that in the series Call the Midwife. I think the lady that started dating the one guy was running a store like that, and it's this building here. Um, the town hall was like this little room here. This was gonna be like the post office. This was like a bar or something. I don't know what, but and then I had this here because we didn't have the decorative red box phone yet. But there's like basements or a basement underneath here. Hey, Serena. HTTP, get your TTP. Be sure to bring your TP. But this was a like a secret basement that you could access from the dressmaking shop. Um, some of the adults were conspiring against like the mayor or whoever the whoever the not the mayor, but this was like in England or something, so it would have been the you know the local monarch, whatever, you know. Well, kind of like Downton Abbey's got the is he a count? Well, I know the one lady's a dowager countess, and then Maggie Smith's character, um, and anyway, yeah. So anyway, they were conspiring against that person because that person was running the town like a bitch. So, yeah. And that was like gonna be like part of the backstory. Um, and then there was gonna be when the orphanage lady, that was when she was a kid, and then as she grew up, and this and that and the other, and then this was gonna be, and she was gonna end up having this house and turn it into an orphanage, and this was gonna be a different orphanage or kids boarding school type thing. I forget how I was gonna do that, but it was like somehow she was gonna marry somebody, or the mother was gonna marry somebody, and Yeah. I probably have files about that way back, on one of my computers, saved somewhere. But yeah. Um, anyway, that's what that is, and why there's this, and it's not quite all put together. Okay, so yeah, as I mentioned earlier, we're doing we're showing the stuff from the new kit. Anybody that wants to see a different version, Serena did one earlier. Um, I didn't watch it because I'm, you know, spoiler thing right now. I want to do my own, but yes, let's goo. We're gonna go goo goo. Yeah. Well, I'm attempting to make a some sort of record store or something. Uh, oh, oh, I hope this would be great. This would be great for my Ruby's Beauty School. I don't know what we can do with that, but because this is exactly what I've been waiting for, a counter without the cabinet. Can I put a? Well, we'll find out later, but because this is what's like at my at the first school, along the wall you had to go to the wall to use the electricity, and we had the stove irons and such over on these just this stuff um, along the one wall, and then we had stations in the middle that were just tables and mirrors and so this is exactly this is some oh wow. Okay. Let's go. Wow, we're actually able to fill a shelf. I'm happy about that. Okay, so just two of those, but that's okay. Um, okay, I can turn these in it and make it look like a record store. Well, I was turning it. Uh, that's now you're making me mad. Well, there's one way to fix that. We just use that other kind of shelf. I mean, we're not really, we wouldn't really be having them like this anyway. We would, wrong one. Alrighty. Have a good one. Well, we will try. She said that. Okay, let's try it with move objects on. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so how many swatches we got? 12. That's not bad. Alright, so let's put these over here. Wow, I mean, am I able to do this when it's not on? These are pretty cool. Yeah, I'm digging this. Oh, that's the back of an album. That's fine. We can still pretend it's a different one. Oh, don't do that. You know, don't start repeating them. You're repeating them. And then that's the one that faces that way. Yeah. Yeah, because, so you need, yeah. So what we need to do is have them facing this way for the first ones. Let's make sure the arrow's pointed all the same direction. mouse is broken now. Button don't want to work as good. Either that or my computer's screwy. Okay, pointing that way. Puts it on that. Oh. So we need 3 more. And then from there, we can do the ones at the back sides. Now, I don't know if these are. I mean, I think it's just environment, so I don't think they can actually like flip through the. Wait a minute! It says Sims can sift through the albums. I hope that's true. I just figured I'd put this here because it's like near the thrift store. Yeah. Now maybe putting it that way works better, but either way. Okay, that changes the tray. Alright, now I see. Probably would have been a little easier to see that if I wouldn't have deleted the lights. Alright. So well, it is a record store, right? Yeah. You know what that means, right? Yeah. You know, you keep looking over there. You don't need to look over there no more. Oh, that's right. This was part of the free stuff from the... Yeah. I could have sworn there was a... oh, yeah, here we go. What? What? Quit it! Hello? Like, this thing. Oh, that's why. Because you're not grabbing the actual rug in the original size. Put this one in that color. Because you got the red back here. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's a guitar. No, we can't. It has to be on a wall. Heck, that might even be just for making like a, you know, checkerboard pattern or something. Yeah, that's cool. there's adult and kids versions. And then the guitar. Oh, that's a stereo. As is that. Yeah. All right, we can come. We'll bring some Sims here, and well, since I gotta it's like I kind of gotta move them out. Well, just shut up. Okay. It doesn't matter because yeah. If I recall correctly, the kid was about to go to school again. Yeah. All right. Okay, so there's no interaction with that.
Ashkuan. Magic.
Yibs. Oh.
Okay, so there's not really a whole lot to do with any of these objects. I mean, all things considered, I was able to make it look like a record store with this stuff. I just can't you just can't do anything with it. So what else were we gonna do? We were gonna continue working on rubies. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let's get on back there. Hey, you have a good night too there, Bub. Daniel. Sorry to hear that. Hey, let me see if that still works. Nope, gotta fix that. That's not the page. Let me check on that. Yeah. Why is it even saying that? Oh, that's okay. That's on your that's your shout out that's doing that. Okay, we got the wrong one on your shout out. Okay. Um. Okay, so your actual channel is your current name. Why are you? Oh, because that's. Well, then what? All right, we need you need to add a different one. It's this one. All right, so what did we do wrong then? Okay, so it's using that one for that instead of doing the one that it's supposed to do. Alright, so let's get rid of this one. And we'll get rid of this one. So then this one should be the one that ends up popping up. Yeah. Because for whatever reason it's popping that up, and that's not your channel. So I had 3 different versions of your stuff, and it's putting in the wrong one. So let me make sure that when I put your name in. That we're getting the right one also. Alright, so that one's not the right one. Square sent me some money. Why? Well, because I got paid. Oh, okay. It's another Friday morning. No, it isn't. It's Thursday. It's another Thursday morning, and I ain't got nobody. I got nobody because I got paid. Well, I did get paid today, so. I mean, I double got paid because, you know, the grocery store gave me money, and then I got paid for the appointment. Alright, so anyway, you all... Oh, we didn't shrink that one. I guess not. I suppose, I mean, you got the records over here, and then could put the musical instruments over here as if they're for sale. Maybe, like, instead of this, it could be like a karaoke thing over here. Put a couple of karaoke rooms. Of course, I could always do that thing that I got going on over at Honey Pop with the basement, where I got that whole recording studio in the basement. I could just take that basement and add it here, or to whatever record store thing I make. Or the recording studio could be upstairs, or, you know, whatever. Copperdale. Copperdale is yeah, the name of the town. It's another Thursday night, and I got some money, because I got paid. This would be a good area to do like a Lost Boys vampire thing, with the amusement park thing. Yeah. Where are we going? We're going back to Ruby's. Darn mouse. wish I didn't have to put this on a platform. It's really bumming me out. Really? Why can't you just let me put the mirrors down low? Hey, isn't there that one window that's a two-way mirror for the cops? This is a community lot, so we can probably get that. And you can adjust where it's at. Are we able to make it smaller? Not without doing that. Just wish they would let me use a smaller damn wall. Yeah, I know, the damn smaller wall. Smaller damn wall. Yeah. just no way to... There is if we do that. How about can we put the wall in later? Well, the wall would probably make the thing disappear. You could try using something else as a wall, or don't use the wall at all and make it look like this is part of the desk. Yeah. Okay, let's line it up. Right about there. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you don't have that next to the wall, or if you like used a fence or something instead, hey, Irina. So if I do that, I can get him to be on the ground. But if I try putting a wall there, it's probably going to delete the objects. No? No. Okay. Color me amazed. I don't know that color. Well, now that you did that, well, if you try to do this, though, it's going to grab onto the wall. You don't want to grab onto the wall. Well, we could try to find out. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. See, you didn't listen to me. Now, you could try a fence, because a fence, the mirror will not attach to a fence. No offense, but it won't attach. Yeah, but they would have to have one I want to use. Maybe that one? That's kind of cool. Yeah, I think you broke your mouse. It's not wanting to push the buttons the right way. Well, if I have to, I'll unplug it and put it in the other one, and then put that one over into this one, and then... because it's more important that I use the good working mouse on this one. True. Now, do we have some sort of divider or something that we can use? That's an interesting choice. Yeah. That's too big. Well, in any case, that does mean that we don't have to use this platform. I mean, I like having it, but we don't have to use it. I mean, we could always just have it, like, step up one, not you know, the whole thing. I think you lowered the yeah, you lowered the main floor, not the. Alright, you're just gonna have to get rid of this thing. Because otherwise it's gonna cause problems. No, that's not what we want to do. Just do it, okay? That's funny. Yeah, it's funny how they're suspended in midair where you don't want them to be. Here, let's just. Look at how we delete and if there's nothing to delete. Maybe you had more than one. Maybe. Do we have to have this thing? No. But we have this thing. Yes. But we don't have to have that thing. No. But we have that thing. Yeah, I think we've been over this ground already. Well, let's go over it some more. No. Okay, so we have the new counters. Yeah. What do you got under this thing? You got that thing. Yeah, well, that's one thing. We could use 2 of those. Yeah, but it sticks up that far. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Are we gonna actually finish this tonight? No. Okay, just asking. Well, I'm just answering. I mean, you are going to do some cosmetology stuff eventually, right? You know, as much as I like having the lights, that is a pain in the butt. I know. You know what else you could do with them? What? You can try it like this. Yeah, that's true. Another thing you could do is if you had a wall going this way, you could attach these to that wall. Even if it's just a short wall. You want to try that? Maybe. I wish we didn't have to have the stupid trims on the walls. Wish it would just be a regular wall. Well, that ain't gonna work because you don't have a tall wall. Yeah, that's right. That's true. Never mind. Alright, you need to get up and go get coffee. Okay. I'll be the one that goes and gets coffee. Damn right you will be. Because I ain't doing it for you. Oh boy. Oh, you gotta get some enthusiasm for this. I know. I mean, I like the fact that we don't have to have that wall or the platform. So it's a good thing. Let's get this figured out. Well, yeah, at the school where I had it like this, these stations were all in the middle of the floor. They didn't have a wall. It was like this. So let's not worry about having these divider things. Now, technically, they probably would have been like touching each other just to help the mirror from falling over. You know, or whatever I'm trying to say. But okay, I think what we want to do is get 2 of these set up and then make a room out of it, so to make it easier to copy and paste. Yeah, that's probably what we want to do. You just gonna have to get rid of these things. Oh man. Yeah, I know. Don't worry about it. Okay, well, we don't really need that, do we? Just leave it there for a moment. Let's figure out what we are doing. Okay. Well, if we do that, that gives us a one, two, three, four, five, six. How many squares is this? Damn it! Just stop working around with me. One, two, three, four, five. 6 squares by 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 by 4. And the room is 2 and 3, so it's an odd number. That's 10 stations. That's plenty. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like it, but we're not doing it. You connect the platform to this thing? No. Now, the thing is we didn't have when we were at this school. There was like this was like pretty much it. We had a table. It was like a table. There was no like cabinet or anything to put anything in. Now, at the second school, we did have something to use. Second time around, we had like a cabinet and like one or two drawers here that we could put stuff in. But at the end of the day, we had to get it back out of there and put it in our lockers or take it with us or whatever. But we could use this during the day. But we also had, you know, like an assigned, you know, we couldn't leave our stuff in the thing overnight though because we alternated with the other senior class who was using the chair what day. So but we were assigned a chair. Um, I ended up getting assigned, you know, I took this picture here, but I ended up getting assigned over at the wall over there. Or at some point they reassigned us, and I ended up over at the wall. You know, this second school. This is the one that I started yesterday, 13 years ago. The one that I started 26 years ago, that's coming up on, that'll be on August 2nd. So, 26 years ago, you started the first school. Yeah. Then 13 years later, you started the second school. Yeah. And now 13 years later, you're in the suite. Yeah. And you did do hair today. You did a haircut. Yeah. So you're still going. Yeah. I guess. Well, you might not have been doing it for the entire 26 years, but that's still more than half your life, Mr. 50 years old. Yeah. Yeah. Well, both of my credit cards have now bumped my limits up, so I'm thinking about investing in some mannequins while I got the extra money. Well, let's see what eBay's got, because you were just on eBay earlier. eBay. Yeah, I want to get some. I want to see what kind of used ones I got though. What the hell? Get that shit out of here. Get rid of this shit. I don't want to be live. Here, let me. Did I not say used just like 2 seconds ago? You know, I want to see what we got. You know, because sometimes you get a good deal. Sometimes you get like a bundle deal. 'Cause these things are expensive as hell. They're up to like $50 or more just trying to buy them at a store. Uh, yeah, Brianna. Yeah. That is kind of that's kind of what she looked like when I bought one in 2000. I had my first school. We only had one mannequin with our kit, so I ended up buying another just because. Oh, yeah, I had a couple of these. These things are, yeah. See, whatever it is, it's like I need to have them be long enough to do something with if I want to do something longer. But if I'm just cutting on them, you know, they can be shorter. I like these Deborah mannequins aren't that bad. You know, I had a couple. And you can color the hair. Um, um, it's a different Deborah. Yeah, the only problem is like looking at these, you start adding on the shipping cost. Free deliver. Well, delivery is not shipping. Okay, $6 for that. One thing I liked about the salon was I could use the address because as long as I was there or somebody was there, they could receive the package. It's not as simple doing that with this place because we got the door with the buzzer on it. So you know, and uh, you know, hey Sinjay, 10. So that's 16. That's still not bad. Um, yeah, welcome in. Um, see, I think I had one. I think I had a used Paul Mitchell from somebody, or somebody sent me one. Um, Okay, that looks like somebody's already been cutting on that. Well, of course, it's a used one. Just a little. The weird angles make it hard to tell whether it's uneven or not. So that makes it look like it got cut into some sort of bob in the back, but yeah. Not that it matters, because I mean I could still cut that into something else. I don't have to do this now. I can just. I just wanted to see what's available. Well, looks like mannequin heads are available. Yeah. Well, this doesn't do me very well. I can't see. You know, take a picture in. They've got that on their lap. This is between their legs. You know, after my eyes adjusted, yeah, they're holding this between their legs to get the picture. People, do you want to sell your item or not? I mean, seriously. Do you want to sell the item or not? Okay, those are perm rods. What do you want for shipping on that? See, because I also, one of the things I need is I want to be able to practice my foiling with actual bleach, so I can actually like show highlights and stuff that I'm doing. You know, I can try out different foil patterns and stuff, and try to get my weaving better, and you know. So $8 shipping, so that's $26 altogether. I don't usually get to work on. Oh Jesus, $13 up to 25. You're up to 25 just for shipping. I can get this one for $15 or 16. Why does it look like you've done something to that mouth? It's almost like you were trying to use a marker or something on the mouth. Oh, it's got like a little like cat eye or something to the eyes. So they're probably doing something. Really? That's what you're selling? butthole. But at least you don't know what you have. You're trying to get only, $10 for it. Oh, it's an auction. All right, never mind. I'm not playing auctions with a mannequin head. Also is having a bad hair day. Really? Well, I mean, I specialize in fixing that. Or making it not so bad, at least. This looks like it was actually used, possibly for the state board. Or at least used in class, maybe not all the way to state board. Although it's got a sticker that says pass on it, so I don't know what that means. I never had we didn't get any stickers or anything from state board. You didn't know you passed while you were taking the test. They I finished the thing, and then they were going to post the thing online for you to log in and find out whether or not you passed or not. So okay. So when I took the test, it was way over here in this building here. PSI exams. So I left there. And then I was gonna go up to the bridge and sit by the bridge and then check my stuff to see if I passed. Yep. Yep. I grew up just north of 8 Mile. And I live north of Canada. I'm currently somewhere in this group of stars. I grew up somewhere in this group of things. And I currently live somewhere in that group. But that's same here. It's like when I originally got online way back when, I had a friend up in, oddly enough, is one of the first people that I ever told that I wanted to do hair. And I drove up to Midland, and her and her kids were at the mall there. We were walking around the mall. And then afterward, we went to the park nearby and walked around Meyer while she did her grocery shopping. Um, um, that's, you know, and then I went to Ohio and met somebody. I had a friend across the river in Windsor. Um, I drove to here, this gas station that has an apartment attached. My my friend Cheryl was working there and living at that apartment at the time. Or house, or whatever you want to call it. Um, and then I went down to Warner Robins, Georgia. Spent like well, no, not that one. There, Warner Robins. I spent like 10 days there visiting with people. Earlier that year, they had come up here to visit her family, and met me at the Burger King near me. Anyway, but after the test, and this is my story about the sanitizer, you know, how much I ended up using. I drove all the way this way, and then went up Gratiot, and all the way to that's Grossbeck. To this McDonald's that had a gas station at the time. Um, I mean, well, it still does, I guess. But I went in here to use the bathroom and I don't remember if I was getting food or if I was just using the bathroom, but you know, I might have been getting a soda to drive with. But but Jesus Christ, the amount of hand sanitizer that was coming out of my hands, and it was just like slime coming out of there. But then I drove from there all the way up, and I probably went along the Anchor Bay, and then up along this way, and then when I got up to here, next to the bridge, I parked right here, because that's usually about my spot right there. Then I looked, and I looked at it, and I said a 4-letter word: pass. That was only the practical part. If you passed that, then a few days later you could come back, or you could come back at a later date. You had to schedule it, and then you took the multiple choice on the computer. But you had to pass the practical first. If you didn't, you had to pay again to take it again. $70. But they were not going to let you take the test, take the second part, unless you passed the first part. Um, but yeah. That was August 4th and August 9th of 2014. August 4th, I took the test, the practical with the mannequins, and then on the 9th, I went back and got my license. Because when you pass the second part, you're there, and they take your picture for a little card license, kind of like DMV, and you get. I forget if they gave me the other part right away, or if they had to mail it to me, or what. But anyway. But yeah, we're I need to get some mannequins so I can practice my foiling. You know, I can live stream them and all that. Um, I mean, even if I do the same thing over and over again, I still need to. Even if I do it here, you know. You know, there's nothing saying I can't go set up in that kitchen out there and you know, just get a tripod. Um, yeah, just got to be kind of quieter in there because it's not a soundproof room. Yeah, I don't see. I don't trust these when they look like they're some of these where they don't have a brand name that I've heard of and stuff. I mean, this one might, but because I bought a bunch of Heron Grid. You know, when they're synthetic, you can't color them. Some of them just won't color. You know, they have like weird parts and stuff sometimes that won't undo. This is a site of the former Northland Mall. Um, one of, if not the first, enclosed mall. Northland was here, and then way over here, this was Eastland Mall, the one I grew up going to. So there was Northland, there was Eastland. We had Macomb Mall up on Gratiot. Mound Road, or not Mound Road. DeQuinder had Universal Mall at 12 Mile, and then Oakland Mall was still here. Yeah, here at 14 and John R. next to 75. But they're pretty much closing all the big stores, and then Lakeside, that's closed now. Lakeside was out here. That opened about the time I was born. They're trying to plan to like knock most of this down and leave just the Macy's and the JCPenney, but I think Macy's is leaving. So they were gonna like surround this area with houses, but anyway. But they opened Partridge Creek over here, an open air mall. But they don't have the Jesus Christ, that's a freaking gym now. This used to be like Nordstrom and Lord and Taylor, you know, like some other sort of anchor stores, but they only got the two big ones here, and then the movie theater, and nothing's doing the anchor stores now, so. But it is still get a lot of people that walk around this thing. It's got the splash pad. It's got you can take your dog there. And then way over in this area, this is where Great Lakes Crossing opened up in the 90s. But even that, this doesn't have like the really big anchor stores. It's more of an outlet mall. It's got like a Burlington. It's got a Nordstrom Rack, outlet style. Um, Things have come and gone from here. You got the movie theater over here. Um, you got the food court is here. Rainforest Cafe, Sea Life Aquarium, Legoland. Um, sea Life and Legoland are like the same company, if you didn't know that. Bass Pro Shops, Marshalls. Um, um, Summit Place Mall used to be here, or Pontiac Mall. Used to be a lot of malls in this area. Anyway, yeah, I'm looking into. I'm not even gonna look at this because I don't trust it. This I know because it's a Paul Mitchell mannequin. If it's a Paul Mitchell mannequin, then you can probably color the thing because they would have used it in the school. What I need to do is go in that closet at some point and see if I threw out all of my mannequins or not. Because I probably did, but... Well, I didn't throw all of them out. I still have some of the unopened cheapy ones that I wasn't able to color. I can chop on those. But they got a lot of freaking... They've got fishing line hair, and I was not able to bleach that hair. It's like really thick and hard to, it's hard to cut. Like I couldn't cut it with like my trimmers. I couldn't, it's like, don't use your good scissors on those things. At least now I've got my old pair of my sharp ones that I could use because I got a brand new pair. Okay, that looks like it's pulled back into like a clip or something. Or just pulled back. Anyway. 18, that's 25 total. This one's smoking crack. See, that'd be cool because I can use color on that one since it's already light hair, or even do highlights and tone them. You know, the problem is I'm not paying $26 for that. I could probably get something better for that money. I mean, look at this. $13, and they probably want, like, what the hell you use for that? Other than slipping over another rubber thing with hair, like Great Clips had. For all I know, that could be what we're looking at. See, now that might be worth it. They're wanting 37 total, but it still has hair. I'm not adding to a cart because that sends the wrong message. Jeez. They had 104 items. That's an awful lot of items with head on them. Unless, are we getting... Wait a minute, did I... No, I wanted to search that person's stuff. Damn it, no. Alright, they have one item that says head. And we're getting kind of out of the price range here. What, without, you don't have to, like, to say the city or anything, but what particular region are you? Okay. When I went to get my chair, I went over to Benton Harbor area. I've driven like the whole coast of the state visiting the lighthouses. Um, I haven't quite done like I haven't driven like US 12 or anything, so pretty much 94 and north is what I've been, um, but I have a friend that I still haven't met from like 99-ish when I got on the hair forums and all that. She lives over in the Weejic area. I don't know if I said that right or not, but oh, my niece is going to Western. She's home right now, but Mariana mannequins are good. Miss Michelle, that's what do you want for the? Oh, it's an auction. Frickin' $20 for frickin' shipping. She's I believe 2 years in now. She's 20. Yeah, so this is last year for the summer. She was in Maine for whatever reason. She's home this time. Miss Michelle. Yes. This pisses me off. You got a $10 bid, but you want $20 shipping. What? Why would I put a bid on that? I'm already spending $30. People, you got to know what you've got. You know? This is the opposite. It's not a bid, but $30. Okay, I don't know if that's, I don't know what kind of brand that is. Rita Skeeta. Yep. Ariana Grande. Did we... Look, she's holding her head. It's like Return to Oz. She's holding her head. She's choosing which one to use. Here we go again, $30 and no clue what kind this is. Oh, I thought that said the price was. I'm like, the price is so much larger than I imagined? You know, like, I am so happy that the price was so much larger than I imagined. I would happily pay more. American, Miss American. I had one of them. And that was the one where I accidentally took the what did I use rubbing alcohol or I think I accidentally used acetone on the face or something and took her eyebrows off. What the hell? Give me... Oh, you again with your $30 stuff. I mean, obviously, this stuff, you know. You know, like I said, the Deborah ones, those are good. Toadman. I don't know. Here, let's go back up there. And oh, you're in the used category. Yeah. Paul, was it Paul Dina? She gonna go to work in the morning. Ooh. I'm on TV. I should be like Mike Wazowski. I'm on a magazine. I'm on TV. Look, I'm on TV. I love being on somebody's TV. All right, let's I love how none of them can bother to comb out the mannequin hair. Just I realize it's used condition, but geez, you can't put it under a faucet and fix it. I know these can be colored. I had one and I colored it. Um, Hell, for all I know, he dug mine out of the garbage and where's it coming from? No, no, not West Virginia. But I know I can color these because I did put foils in one of these and when I was at school and bleached it. Okay, that's probably a decent one. Let's see, $19 for that. Well, the hairline leaves something a little bit something to be desired, but somebody must have been really ripping on that thing. Albion, New York. Well, there's an Albion in southern Michigan, over near Portage and Jackson and all that. I think that's where I went to that ropes course back in 93, 94. Oh, you just had to do that, didn't you? My gross sales. Yeah, they're so gross. Your sales are so gross. Well, I'm sorry that my sales are gross. It's gross when people send you money. Yeah, I know. Okay, if I that looks like somebody braided that mannequin. 15. Okay, that one's only $20. So it's not that far away. Just remember, even if you get these and they can't be colored, they're still you can still do the other stuff. Yeah. This one's decent. It's been chopped on, but it's decent. Well, yeah, that looks like a state board cut. And they might have done some highlights on it. It's kind of hard to tell. Well, you're not. It's not exactly a. You didn't. You have not like really described the thing completely. Right, what do you got there? You got 22 and change on there. Well, first I'd have to get it out of the braids. Well, you can't. Oh, I could. I'm just saying. Oh. 22 and change. That's not bad. See, I at least know the, Mariana and From and Diane. And I know that those are actual like name brands, and Paul Mitchell would be using, good ones. Then we start getting into the. Okay, that's 25 without paying extra for shipping, unless. Okay, so this person bought the same thing that person bought, but this one says that this had a cut in it. When are you gonna do the thing? Well, we're doing this right now. But I thought, yeah, well, we're doing this right now. I had one of them. We used Naomi at Regency, or at least it was in my kit for the time I went. Um, Jane, Jane, Jane. Yeah, just gotta not get tricked into buying stupid prices. I mean, it's like, if I'm gonna pay a lot of money, I'm gonna make sure I get a brand new one. You know. Really? That would have been, oh, let's do $23 for shipping, and then that nullifies getting a good deal. But you listen here, Robert. Yeah? You are not going to start getting a bunch of these if you're not going to do one of them to begin with. You order one, you do something with it, then I'll let you get some more. Or at least I will put a limit on how many you're going to start with, because if you ain't going to get up and go do stuff, you know, if you're going to sit here and do this and not do the thing with the mannequin head, then you ain't buying them. Anyway. Yeah, it's already got color in it. Yeah. I swear, it's almost like they just copying something from like the Amazon description or something and not even bothering to, you know. Okay, so while we're doing that, let's are you any kind of brand? And here's that brand we saw earlier. Jeez, I could get that for free today. That's what I'm talking about. You know, the name brand ones are like freaking outrageous. The problem is with a lot of these, like, you go to read the reviews, and it's not the one you're looking at. Or, I got it for my 9-year-old daughter. Like, well, that don't help me. You know, I need to be able to do stuff with it. I need to be able to, like, color it and bleach it. And that ain't helping me. I give up. I don't want to spend that money and not be able to do what I'm trying to do. Here's the one I had, one of the two, of that Lori Ken. Oh look, the makeup I did for making it look like I had a bruise on my hand. I wish this would have been a little more. I need to be able to get into this a little more because I mean, I'm glad I finished this part, but I don't know. I need some of the other things in my life to start working out a little bit more so I can stay enthused with this. I mean, right now I'm not struggling with the money situation because of these credit cards and whatnot, but you know, doesn't help that stinking radio had to go out of the car. Hopefully they don't give me a cheap one that don't work either. Because that's going to suck if I end up getting the freaking radio that don't work and I'm already in that situation. Anyway, we'll get on out of here. mean, I don't work until 11:30, but still, I don't want to be up all night. I gotta work like, what, 6 days in a row now before my next day off. Cause that's the problem. When they change my days off from week to week, then I end up with these weeks where I work, a bunch in a row. Oh, thank you for welcoming me to the thing that I've already went and looked through. I'm sorry it's not my a better stream. Well, who said your stream's over yet? I don't know. I don't see myself working on that anymore right now. Everything above $50 and get a free styling head with a drawn-on face too. Yeah, okay, you're really selling that to me. Oh, nothing really going on there. Yeah, that's just gonna show me the same stuff over and over again. does it go? Damn, that's a weird one. That was like really old school. That kind of looks like the big boy that got turned into something else. Yeah, and then they move the big boy down to the other thing, and then that big boy ain't a big boy no more. Yeah, exactly. The $215, asshole. Oh, heads. Okay, how many heads? Okay, 7. Alright, that's $30 each. Ah, frickin' beard. No, that's not what I... No. No, you almost had me, but... Okay, now that's a good deal. This is probably somebody that was gonna go to school and didn't quite make it, or maybe they got through and now they're selling all the stuff that they have left over. But if that thing is still available, I'm probably gonna buy that. I mean, for one thing, I threw out my mannequin clamps, so even if I could just get that, that would help. So, in other words, you just, you know, if I ask you if it's still available, you're gonna ignore me. When did you post this? Doesn't say. Well, anyway, it's nearby, so we can look into it. No, I'm not paying $45 for one head. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Did you seriously? Screw you. I'm not giving you $50 for those. I can go get one brand new for that much. A $15 doll head. Alright, well, anyway. I know that was some entertaining stuff there, but I'm gonna go to bed now. Or at least I'm gonna end the stream. So, thank you to Daniel and Serena and Rena for joining in. And thank you to anybody else who was watching and anybody watching in the future. Thank you to Sinjay for joining in. Yeah, I'm going to we'll go ahead and end because I'm getting tired. So, yeah, thank you to those who were watching, and hope everybody has a good night and a good day. And hope to see y'all in the next one that you were able to make it to. Hopefully it'll be something, maybe something where I actually play something a little more than usual. I mean, I was playing a video store game. I just wasn't. It was starting to hurt my arm, and I was starting to get a little kind of repetitive there. But anyway, yep. Hope to see y'all in the next one you're able to make it to. Until then, wishing you all no tangles, keep shining, and bye bye for now.